Hello everyone, welcome to your YouTube channel IELTS by Neil. Today we are going to discuss one of the very important type of questions in IELTS Writing Task 1 Academic, that is pie charts. So just to give you an overview, IELTS is of two types. This one is academic, okay, and this one is general training. Person who wants to take an admission into a foreign university for studies, he has to go for academic. And a person who wants to go for a work permit or permanent residency, he has to go for this general training. So this pie chart is only for academic. I've told you that academic IELTS Writing Task 1 is of many types. So here are all the types, that is line graph, bar graph, pie chart, tables, process diagrams, which includes flow chart and the maps as well. So all of these comes under Writing Task 1. So one by one we're going to discuss each one of these. We have already done the bar graph. Please go check it out. I will leave the link in description. Today we are going to cover this pie chart here. We're going to cover the structure, how you should be writing the correct structure, correct format of the IELTS. Also, we will be discussing what are the vocabularies that we have to use and how the body paragraphs you have to make. To take an example, we have taken this pie chart question. Okay, so this question has two pie charts. This is number 1, this is number 2, and this is the data for 2005, this data for 1995. Okay, so if we try to understand this pie chart, so let's try to read the question, try to understand this. The chart below shows a comparison of different kinds of energy production in France in 1995 and 2005. So this chart, these pie charts are giving us information about the production of energy in France for the 2 years, and those years are 1995 and 2005. Okay, so let's try to see what's given in these pie charts. So this gas, so France used to produce 29.63% of energy from the gas and 29.27% of the energy from petrol, 6.40% of energy from nuclear, and 4.90% from others, and 29.80% from coal. Similarly, they have provided values for 2005. So what we have to do here is we have to see what the structure should be before we start writing. So let me take you to the structure first. Okay, this is a structure for any IELTS Writing Task 1 Academic. Okay. Introduction, overall statement, body paragraph 1, 2. Please note, in this task 1 we do not write any conclusion, no conclusion, because they don't ask for our opinion. Okay, so please don't write any conclusion in this. Okay, to start with, let's try to write introduction. So for introduction you only have to do the paraphrasing of this question statement. Okay, so how are we going to do the paraphrasing? So what we'll do, we'll try to do paraphrasing of each word. Okay, but please note, there are some words which you cannot paraphrase. Okay, I'll let you know when it comes. So let's begin from here. The chart below, okay, so shows a comparison. So can we paraphrase this chart? You can say the pie chart. Okay, that is the only way to do it. Okay, we're not gonna write the below because there's nothing gonna be below in the answer sheet. So just say the pie chart shows. Can we replace the word shows? Yes. What we can do is show, we can say depicts or illustrates or provides the information. Okay, comparison of different kinds. Comparison, we can't really find any word for comparison of different kinds of energy production. So different kinds of energy production. We can say that different source of energy production. Here different kinds. We can say different source. Different sources, actually, more than one. Sources of energy production. Energy will be energy production. Can we teach production? Yes, we can do energy generation. Okay, so these are some words which we can change. Okay, and there are some words which we cannot change. So what we have to do is we have to use our words which we have written here, okay, and the words which we cannot change, and we have to combine them together to make a fresh statement. That will be our introduction. Okay, so what is introduction? Basically, it's just the paraphrasing of this question statement. Okay, and paraphrasing, I've just told you that you have to find the synonyms, like the words which means the same but they are different. For example, show, you can use depicts, illustrates, provides the information, different sources, different kind of energy, and energy production, and we can say energy generation. Okay, all right, so let's see what would be the final output of this introduction. Now, if you have a look at this introduction here, it says the pie chart illustrates energy generation from 5 different sources in France in 2 years, 1995 and 2005. So see, I have used illustrate, I have used generation, I have used different sources. Please note, you don't have to change all the words. You only have to change the words which you can change, because there are some words, there will always be some words which you cannot change. All right, so don't change them. If we refer back to the structure, we have done the introduction. Now we have to do the overall statement. So what is overall statement? Overall statement is nothing, it's just the overview of the diagram that you see for the first time. For example, whatever is the major change in this one, or whatever is the major highlight of this pie chart. So if you have a look, gas and coal, they are the major sources of energy, and here also they are major sources of energy. So in the year 2005 and 1995, in both the years, gas and coal were the major sources of energy. So you can write an overall statement, maybe for highest and lowest, okay, or maybe for the trends, like increasing, decreasing. If you have a look at this pie chart, energy produced by gas in 1995 was 29.63, and in 2005 it was 30.31, means this is increased. Coal was 29.80, and in 2005 it was 30, means it is increased. Others 4.90 in 1995, 9.10 2005, increased again. Nuclear 6.40 1995 and 10.10, increased. Petrol 29.27 in 1995 and 19.55 in 2005, decrease. So if you have a look at this one, everything is increasing, like gas is increasing, coal is increasing, others is increasing, nuclear is increasing, except petrol, which is decreasing. So this could be our overall statement. Okay, this is just one type of overall statement. You can also, so this is a trend, like in increasing or decreasing. You can also write highest or lowest. Okay, now let me show you how I have written the overall statement in this one. Overall, it is clear that while percentages of energy produced from coal, gas, nuclear, and other sources increased, see, coal, gas, nuclear, and other sources, these all have increased. The reverse was true for petrol over the period shown, and the petrol was going down. See, it has decreased. So reverse is true. Reverse, so if these all are increasing, reverse is decreasing. So this is true for petrol. All right, moving on. Additionally, coal and gas were the two most significant means of energy production in this country during the research period. Means coal and gas, see, they were the major sources of energy. These two, they cover more than 50%. Please note that, in rule statement, we have to write two sentences. Going back to the structure again. So introduction is done. Overall statement is done. Now coming to introduction is done, overall statement is done. Now coming to the body paragraphs. So it's up to us that how many paragraphs we're gonna make. We might make one, we might make two, we might make three body paragraphs. It depends on the data. Like if the data is too much, we might make three. Generally, we make only two body paragraphs. So let's say how many paragraphs we should make. Ideally, what we can do is, in this case, there are two pie charts given. So we can make one paragraph for this one and one for this one. Okay. So for 1995, we'll make a different paragraph, and for 2005, we'll make a different paragraph. Okay. And we will try to explain the pie charts along with the comparisons. Now let's see how to write body paragraph. So in body paragraph, if you start from here, in 1995 means this whole paragraph is giving information about this pie chart, 1995. So this is what we call a properly organized body paragraph. Okay, this is why we stress a lot on structure of the writing. Structure has to be really good. Otherwise, you will lose the score in coherence and cohesion. So moving on with the body paragraph. In 1985, coal was the primary source of energy in France, with the figures registering nearly 30%. Coal was the primary source. Means it was the highest. It was a major source. Okay. Nearly 30% because 29.80. So we can say nearly 30% or close to 30%. Okay, but we cannot say exact 30% because it is not 30. It is 29.80. Okay. While gas and petrol were used to create 29.63% and 29.27% of the total energy respectively. Why we have used respectively? Because we have talked about two things, gas and petrol, and we have given two values, this and this. So if you use respectively, it means first item is the first value, second item is for the second value. Furthermore, in contrast, only 4.9% of the total energy was manufactured from the other sources, compared with 6.4% by the nuclear power. So I have talked about the major sources of energy in one sentence and the least one in another one. So in this body paragraph, we have covered the values given in this pie chart here, 1995. Okay. Similarly, in the second body paragraph, we will cover the values given in 2005. So without any further delay, let's move on to the second body paragraph. So if you have a look at this body paragraph, again, we will mark it like this, that it's increasing, it's increasing, it's increasing again, and this is decreasing. All right. So now we have to talk about this one, second body paragraph. Okay. In 2005 means this whole paragraph is giving information about this pie chart. The proportion of energy generated from coal and gas rose insignificantly to 30.93 and 30.31 respectively. Again, respectively is because two values and two items, coal and gas. So first one is for first value, second one is for second value. Okay, insignificantly means it has not increased a lot. Very minute difference. Okay. By contrast, much less energy was produced from petrol. Much less energy means there was a decrease in petrol. See here, 29.27 and 19.55, around 10% decrease. That's by much less energy. Okay, was produced from petrol, illustrated by a dramatic fall of nearly 10% to only 19.55%. Okay, so coal and gas are done. This is done. Moving on. Meanwhile, there are considerable increase in the figures for nuclear and other sources to 10.10% and 9.10% respectively. So here in the last sentence we have covered nuclears and others. So the thing is, we have to cover all the values, okay, and we have to cover all the parameters. So the data is very important for the body paragraphs. So I hope the structure is very clear to you. So we have done this introduction, overall statement, body paragraph 1 and 2. Now the final writing should look something like this. Okay, so from here to here is introduction I. This one here will be overall statement, and this one here is BP1, body paragraph 1, and this one here is body paragraph 2. So this is talking about 2005, this is talking about 1995. Okay, so if we break it into these 4 parts, it becomes really easy. Okay, so whenever you write the pie charts, make sure you follow the structure. Okay, and if you have any questions related to this, please let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for today. See you in the next one.